Hello everyone and Happy New Year. We are here with the cards from Sovereign site, which aren't implemented yet on Genteki.net, but we're going to play with them regardless. My opponent is playing the ASA group. The first time you install a card each turn, you can install an additional non-agenda card from HQ in or protecting that server, paying all costs. Meanwhile, we are trying out Hayley, similar to the World's Winning deck, but we're going to try out Puffer, which is an unusual one, I think. Opening hand is... I seem to get in duplicates a lot when I'm playing on Genteki at the moment, for whatever reason. But basically we're playing with Puffer. It is a card that... it's a sentry, or criminal, and you can click it to increase both the memory requirements of it and also its strength, so it's interesting. We'll see what we can do here. Kind of don't want to let Estelle Moon get completely out of hand, but at the same time there's not a lot we can do to challenge. I think we're going to do our own game and just set up instead. So it's kind of Hayley versus the Corp version of Hayley. And Dig Deer Hyperdriver is exactly what we want. We could take a poke somewhere and see, but for now I think we just put down another fan site, just in case they go for something very, very fast. We may need to zoom out, unfortunately, just because it looks like they're going to go wide. So we got our Dig Deer Hyperdriver down. That will allow us to get some setup going as well. If we can find Puffer, that will allow us to get a big beefy sentry breaker very, very fast. Hosted on Dig Deer as well. Otherwise, you know, it's just general good setup. Lots of clicks, lots of draw, all that kind of thing. I haven't actually played against ASA group yet. This is a first. Oh, MCA austerity policy. Always fun. Let's draw. Let's draw. And let's pop these down. So that will allow us to draw up pretty frantically. We can get self-modifying code down as well soon. And we can also get Clot from hand, which we may have to do soon. So if we do look for something, we're going to need a bit of money. 2 credits to search. All our breakers are kind of expensive, so that is going to cause some issues. Of course, if they do click this up and use it, they have this server as well. Let's use it. Well, this is somewhat good, except we don't have the sacrificial constructs for it. Let's draw again. There's one. Need to credit this, this, and I think we'll end up pitching the levy. Let's run HQ, I think. Black level clearance, which we can't trash. Let's get this down. Let's get rid of 1 self-modifying code. Or the levy. Let's pitch the levy, because we do have 2 fan sites and ShadowNet ready to go. First tap worm, not going to do a whole pile just yet. Going to have to get this Estelle Moon popped. Now they have a lot of cards in hand. I know they're going to be able to use it for the ASA group. Possibly use this as part of their setup. I think we can assume black level clearance is in there. How bad is the brain damage though, really? Money is very tight at the moment, so that helps a little bit. Let's run server 3. Let's force them to res some stuff, or let us trash. Ash comes up. So we can't break that. We will... Gotta take out the Ash, really. And credit. Now, I've only seen this identity once, and it seems to run a little poor, so Estelle could be useful in that regards. And they're going very, very wide now. I don't think we can really cope with this, so we may just have to find our indexing instead and completely ignore them. All the mad combos. Okay, well, nothing to worry about in HQ then. If we get these down, paperclip's the only thing we have to worry about. So I think we pop this down, put down Puffer. Oops. Credit and credit. Now at least we threaten the clot a little bit more. Now this is Puffer. I'm not sure how big we'll have to make it. Ichi is kind of the go-to. If we click it once, we're up to architect range, twice is EQ1, and that should cover us against most of what HB has to offer. Should, at least. So unfortunately only one memory unit left. If we pop this, we can get clot and paperclip. Unfortunately we cannot. So we're going to have to just leave them off for the first one possibly, which could be a 5-3. That is something to worry about. But then we just put on the R&D pressure, good old indexings, all that kind of thing. Yeah, we're going to leave this one go, I think. Just because we're slightly too poor. Now let's see if anything else is going to get rezzed. Any team sponsorships? No, they're going to leave it. Interesting. 2 Valescos, not useful. I think we continue our setup. Let's get Beth and a daily cast. And take a credit. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Now unfortunately they are going to score next turn, so Peace in Our Time is going to have to wait a little bit. Oh good, 1 paw. The gift that keeps on giving. Team sponsorship, so Stan Moon probably coming back. Or we could have them pitch an agenda, install an agenda. How funky are they going to get? So Hayley's fragment. So you can perfectly combine one POA and that. And MCA is back. Hooray! Okay, Astrolabe. Let's draw. Okay, now we're better. Except we have a very dicey hand of just lots of 1-ofs. Although we only need this, we have a self-modifying code on the table. So I think we actually just go with U. We won't install another program. Instead we'll just put down U and we'll get rid of another one of that. The problem with putting cloth down is it makes it even more tempting to purge, which is something we'd like to avoid. But next turn indexing looks pretty good. You have to wonder how many cards they have here that are agendas. Advanced Assembly Lines and Breaker Bay and Advanced Assembly Lines. It's all in good. Okay. Let's draw Earth's Colony. We don't have the Mad Dash yet, nope. So let's just index, see what we can get. See if we need to pump Puffer all that much. There's Sandberg. It's only a 4-strand card. It's expensive for Puffer, poor old Puffer. So it's going to cost us 5. And now we get a successful field test for our troubles. So what do we want to give them? Neither of you are AI, but we don't have a thing yet. I want to put that at the bottom. That's fine. Let's put IPU lock, owl. Should be architect owl, but anyway. That. Let's shadow net for a sure gamble. Get rid of that. Let's go R&D. Possibly wanted to use it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yes. That's why they raised it. But we got a field test for our troubles, and I'll take that. Now, Sandberg could be an issue. Pumping Puffer can only do you so much good. And Marlin Campaign has shuffled R&D for them as well. So we'll go over and attack this next. The more money they make, the more powerful Tapeworm gets as well. So let's peace no time. Let's run. Oh, we can't run, of course. Game loss in our time. So we're just gonna make money and put down Astrolabe. So at least we're making it harder for them to score straight out. Class 1 sacrificial construct only. So that is something to worry about. So we want to trash this, we want to trash this. They're going with the ASA play. And now we have our rig. So the question is, can they keep us out of here a couple of times? Brain damage isn't terrible, I don't think. So unfortunately we lose tapeworm. But that's okay, we'll get it back at some point. So we need to trash Sandberg, and then run here. Interesting. Haven't seen this in the wild. So place a power counter when you install a card, click and trash, gain 2 for each power counter on it. Very interesting. So server 4 is nice and full, Batty is now rezzed. We don't have a sack on, so that is something to worry about. So I think we leave it possibly. We have another indexing as well, so we can just do that instead. So a successful run, we can either take a brain damage or jack out. So we will jack out. Let's run it again. And now guard is really easy to deal with. And we now have 2 indexings, but no mad dashes. So we'll just keep getting the stranglehold going over here. This may get them to 6 points, which is something we have to worry about. Financially, they're going to be a little bit in trouble. Just corporate sales team. Okay, but we still do have to stop the last of it. So artist colony, maybe get a sack on it. Just so they can have fast advance to victory. And we do need to fire off an indexing pretty soon. We know they're running at least 1 3-pointer, so the likelihood of another being in their deck is pretty high. 1 POA, however, does mess things up a little bit. And they could have just buried it. So black side over there. So they installed black level and another card that has to be a non-agenda, and now possibly an agenda, possibly not. So if we draw for Mad Dash, we can index, run again, run again. But no sign of it. Ooh, look at the lovely new Stimhack art. So I think we just have to Stimhack and break one. Hope for the best. Close, but no cigar. Let's put one by virtual tour at the bottom, then this, then this, then this, and then this. Now we can run, but we can't. If only we could have found a Mad Dash. Could have put another Vitruvius further down and just counted. That might have been the better way to go. And let's run again. Close but no cigar. I think we can safely get rid of either misdirection or self-modifying code, probably this. Now, do they get to score out? They do indeed. Well, there was just too many defensive upgrades over there, calibration testing. A new card of this cycle, if you haven't seen it. NBN Fast Advance coming back, except NBN doesn't have the agendas to do so, so expect it to just be HB Fast Advance instead. So we got to see some new cards in action. I hope you enjoyed. I'm a little bit rusty, I have to admit, after the Christmas and New Year's break, but hopefully you enjoyed some of the weird wackiness going on here. Puffer didn't quite get to shine, but it could have been good had it been allowed to do a bit more. I think we would have liked, well, obviously more hyperdrivers would have been great, and the Mad Dash, of course, but very far away. So as always, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. And here's the Sovereign site. Let me know what kind of ideas you're thinking of messing around with, or what you've had success with so far. And here's some more good games.